Obama's pastor in the spotlight for saying controversial anti-American things.
Governments lie. The government lied about inventing the HIV virus as a means of genocide against people of color. Governments lie. The government lied about a connection between Al-Qaeda and Saddam Hussein and a connection between 9/11/01 and Operation Iraqi Freedom. Governments lie. The government lied about weapons of mass destruction in Iraq being a threat to the United States peace. And guess what else? If they don't find them some weapons of mass destruction, they're going to do just like the LAPD and plant them some weapons of mass destruction.
With us now, political analyst extraordinaire Dick Morris of dickmorris.com fame. All right, I'm giving you 3 assignments tonight, just as I gave Juan Williams and the doctor. You're Barack Obama's guy. You're advising him. This isn't going away. These clips are shocking and horrifying, particularly to white America.
Did he really just say that the government invented the HIV virus to cause genocide in the black community?
Yes. The government is poisoning its own people through HIV. The government imports drugs and gives it to poor people. The government is responsible for 9/11 by its own. This doesn't get more hateful than this. So it isn't going away. Now, the left-wing media is going to try to bury it, but it ain't going away. So you're Barack Obama's guy. You tell him to handle it how?
Oh, he's got to disassociate himself from it aggressively, not through a spokesman. He just has to do it. I didn't
But then the question is, why didn't you do it? Why didn't you do it? Why didn't you do it 10 years ago?
Well, 10 years ago, he was a kid. He was getting married. I don't think he was when he was young. I think that if Obama differs with those remarks,
of course he
repudiates him, and says he repudiates him publicly,
right,
then I think the public will regard it as guilt by association, and they won't take it seriously. I think that the shots against Obama so far have all been on everybody else. His wife for her comments about being proud of America or not being his minister, his non-repudiation of Farrakhan, although he did repudiate him. And I think that that ultimately that kind of guilt by association is not going to wash. But I hadn't realized this guy was out as extreme as the clip you just played.
Nobody did. This had been around for a while, and this is the first time we're getting a look at him. But okay, so you say just go out and repudiate and hope it goes away.
Well, I think that he can repudiate it, can point to his own record on AIDS, his own record on all of those issues.
Now, you're Hillary Clinton's guy. Now, do you use Wright against Obama if you're the Clinton campaign?
No, you'd get killed for that. And I also disagree with what Juan Williams said in the last segment, equating Ferraro's comments with this minister's. This minister is not in politics. He's a minister. He's a fringe figure. Geraldine Ferraro was the Democratic candidate for vice president in '84. She's a mainstay of the Democratic Party. She's one of the 5 most important women in American politics. When she goes out and says that Obama couldn't be where he is except for his race, that is a horrible thing to say. And I think it's going to hurt Hillary badly. It really goes back to South Carolina of raising the racial.
Okay, that's an interesting point.
And you can't equate a pastor who happens to be the guy's minister
on gut
with
emotion,
Ferraro.
On gut emotion, I'm talking about white America now, okay? Gut emotion, Ferraro, the minister, sorry.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry. And now let's get to the Republicans. This is Willie Horton, who was used to destroy Michael Dukakis's campaign, a criminal in Massachusetts, times 1,000. If you're McCain, do you use this against Obama?
He doesn't have to. You just did. And the talk radio people around the country will.
People will forget about it but if they make a series of political commercials.
Yeah, no. He who touches this rail dies. It's a third rail. But the other media, the other conservative media, can make a big deal of it. But I want to just...
So you say McCain can't directly do it. His campaign can't take this man and associate him with
You've got to let the rest of the movement do that. But I'm reminded very much of 1992 when Bill Clinton called me and he said, I have a crisis that can knock me out of this race. And he meant the draft. And he said, oh, and there's also this issue with Jennifer Flowers. And I said, don't pay any attention to the draft. Just answer Jennifer Flowers. Because if you focus on that, it's more interesting, it's more attractive,
sure,
the draft will go away. And it did. It disappeared as an issue, and he got away with the flowers thing because of the 60 Minutes deal with Hillary. As long as they keep attacking Obama on the people around him, as opposed to his actual proposals and the actual things he's been saying, he just proposed a $1 trillion tax increase over 10 years. Not on people who are rich, but people who make more than $97,000 family income a year. They should now be paying 12% more of their income.
I got the issue thing.
That's the kind of stuff that they need to be hitting
I don't think you're seeing the emotional impact here of this reverend, because, and I'll tell you why. I believe Barack Obama is a good man and a loyal American. That's what I believe. But I don't know. I don't know him, and I'm a guy that does this for a living. There's a lot of people who are suspicious of Barack Obama. They don't know him.
Right.
All right? He's new.
Right.
This is so shocking that this man would marry you.
It's important. The key thing here is his reaction. If he just lets a spokesman say the senator disavows these comments, or he lets some spokesman...
So he should have a press conference about it.
Not a press conference, but he himself should issue a statement saying, I was shocked by this. It does not express my point of view. I do not agree with him, and I do not want him to be part of my campaign.
I think this is going to be a very big factor in this race, but I could be wrong. You guys are all smarter than I am. Dick Morris, everybody, directly ahead. The young prostitute involved with Elliot Spitzer surfaces. We'll have the latest on that. And later, Bernie and Jane on how the media is handling the race controversies that are raging in the presidential campaign. That is upcoming.